Hey everyone. I've been doing lots of filming lately, and I haven't actually put together a YouTube video in quite a while. Um, January came, and I really haven't been sure about what I want to do with my channel. If I even wanted to continue doing a YouTube channel, there's like a lot of work that goes into releasing videos, and I started doing YouTube more as a hobby because I got laid off of film, and it was something that um, I wanted to do to keep me busy while I was laid off. I am still laid off, so today was a pretty typical day for me. I went into town, I had a shower, got a few groceries, and I went for a walk at the beach. And, um, you know, I, I put a lot of thought into kind of where I want to go with my life and what I want to do and changes that I want to make. One of the changes that I wanted to make was, of course, getting my RV and getting it renovated and set up so that I could be living a somewhat back to normal life. I did struggle a lot when I lived in my vans, just with not having simple things like running water and a stove to cook on and things like that. And I have those things now in my new home, and I'm absolutely grateful. I have zero debt. I own my RV straight up. Every penny that I have made and um, earned over the past year has gone into setting me up to have a real home that I'm happy in, and I'm happy in my home. However, the last couple months has left me to um, park and stay at a campground, which that'll be the first time in the last 16 months or 18 months that I've been living nomadically that I've paid any sort of rent. And I did this because I had to do all these renovations, so there was a requirement for power. There's still a few things that I need to do to the RV so that I can be a little bit more off grid. One of those things is solar, of course. Another thing is to have better batteries for my house power. So there's some things that I still need to do there to be able to return to the lifestyle I had before I came to this campground, which was spending a lot more times out in the wilderness, out on the back roads, going for hikes and things like that. Particularly this winter was difficult for me because I didn't get to see my family. All my family is in Saskatchewan. This was my first Christmas that I spent away from my parents, which was extremely difficult. Normally, I do travel back to Saskatchewan for a month or so, just around December, January. And yes, it's colder in Saskatchewan, of course, but this was the first time that I actually spent the entire winter out in British Columbia, and it is very rainy and very gray here, and it has definitely put a damper on my mood, on how I'm feeling about where I am in my life. Um, just a general drain on my mental health. Just kind of being stuck here in one spot, not being my normal traveling self, not being out on the back roads in nature where I love to be. So I have decided that at the end of January, I am going to return to the road and go searching for those things that bring me joy, things that lift my spirit, lift my soul, and just fill me with joy like they did before. That being said, I did want to release just a short video for everyone to let you know that I am doing okay. I'm still working on the RV. I have some things I'm finishing up today, one of which is finishing the upholstery of my seats, so I'll do a couple little clips and stuff of that down the road. I have lots of material to put together to show you some of the things that I did with the RV so that you know how to do them. One of those things is going to be eventually the plumbing for the RV, because I discovered a lot of problems with the plumbing that was currently in here. I come from a family of plumbers and I've worked in construction and carpentry. So the moment that I pulled that stove out and I seen how badly the plumbing was installed in here, I knew where my problems were lying with my plumbing. So I will be having to redo that and install a shower in the bathroom, and I need to put in a new sink and stuff in the bathroom as well. At the moment, that's kind of on hold until I can get my hands on some of the materials that I need in order to do that. But that will be something that'll be coming eventually for you guys, in case anyone's ever, just if they're having trouble with their RV plumbing, maybe somebody did some plumbing work in it that was not good plumbing work. So that might be something that of interest to some of you. And besides that, I haven't made a complete decision what I'm going to do with my YouTube channel. I think I really want to redirect my YouTube channel, instead of it being, here's how I live my everyday life, or here's how I'm fixing this, how I'm fixing that. Instead of it being those kind of videos, I think I want to show a little bit more of all the beautiful things that I find and I see, and where I found them and where I seen them, and how you can also, take that adventure into your own hands and discover all the beauty that lies around you, whether you are living van life in British Columbia or somewhere in the US, or even, I know people that are living in their vans and in vehicles in Saskatchewan even, and it's cold in Saskatchewan. I think it was like minus 48 with wind chill the other day, and there's people living in their vehicles there. So it's doable. Anywhere that you live, this kind of lifestyle is something that is doable. I have spent time when I had my minivan, I did spend time in colder climates with no heat or anything like that. So I do know that it is achievable. You can pull it off. You can do it. Would I want to again? I don't know. But, that's part of what my journey has been, is discovering aspects of myself that I didn't know. Can I still rough it? Can I still start a fire? Can I still fix things myself? Can I, how independent can I be? Because I became very reliant on being with a partner in my life. I was in 2 long-term relationships, one 9 years, one 8 years, and I discovered about myself that I wasn't very good at being alone anymore. Trying, when my previous relationship ended, sleeping alone was a very difficult thing for me. So one thing I've discovered now about myself is I actually really love being on my own, making my own decisions of what I do with my life, and being my own captain, my own person, and finding what makes me happy and brings me joy. And so I have realized that I need to get back to that, and I do have the RV in a pretty good state now with the renovations, that I can get out on the road and I can do that again, and be that person again. So yeah, I don't know exactly what kind of videos are going to be coming out for you guys. I haven't come up with a video plan as of yet. I think I do want to do some cooking videos, because I think I really have a passion for cooking, and I realize that some things, because I have an actual kitchen, fridge, stove, like all that kind of stuff in here, some things are going to be more difficult if you're just in a van with a little butane stove. However, I will give tidbits of information for sure when I do cooking videos of like tips and tricks. If you are doing this in a van and all you have is a little cooler and a butane stove, it's still doable to make an amazing meal. I made incredible meals when I was in my minivan, and that was never an issue for me. I have cooked over a fire a lot. I actually prefer to cook over a fire if I actually have a choice. If I have a spot to set up a fire and like cook burgers right over the coals and everything, you know, that's really what I would prefer to do. So there may be some cooking videos coming up. I don't know for sure what other videos I'm gonna do, but I think I'm gonna start straying away from the day-to-day, this is how I live my life and this is what I'm doing with my RV, mostly because there is a lot of videos and information on those things already out there. I really don't think that like how I live my life nomadically is going to be much different than how some of the other big YouTubers live their life nomadically. So I don't think that that's an area I really want to focus on anymore. I do, however, want to get into doing a little bit more hobby work on the road. So I want to get, a rock tumbler so that I can make jewelry out of all the beautiful stones that I find up in the mountains. I want to, do a little bit more crafty type stuff because that is an area that I really enjoy. And then, of course, some cooking, how to start a fire, some of just like basic things of like living off-grid and outside of the general consensus of how people normally live their life. So there's going to be a bit more of that probably this year, and I don't know exactly where the channel's going to take me or where the roads are going to take me, but I guess that's where you gotta like stay tuned, and I'll keep you informed as I go along and show you what I find as I'm traveling, and hopefully, I can put out some stuff that you will really enjoy. If anyone has anything that they would really love to see on the channel, of course, send me a message or leave a comment below, and I'll try to accommodate those requests as best I can. And feel free to, of course, follow me on Instagram. Again, I'm also Mountain Baby Nomad on Instagram, so, follow me on there because I do post a lot more on there than I do on YouTube. So if you're just curious where I am these days or what I've been up to, you're going to see that a little bit more of a live, lifestyle through my Instagram than you will through my YouTube. So, yeah, so that's kind of the direction I'm headed. I'm going to be, right now, I am still in Coombs for one more night, and then I'm heading to Nanaimo. I have to pick up some parts for the plumbing, so that's where I'm headed next. From Nanaimo, I'm making my way down to Victoria, and I'm going to be in and around, all around that area for a little while. I do have a plan to meet up with Chrome from Van City Van Life and a couple other van lifers that I do talk to frequently, so I want to make a plan to meet up with them, and then I may be headed to the mainland after that. I think I might hit up the Okanagan. I've got some friends there. I've got some friends in Vancouver. I've got some friends kind of all over the mainland area, so I think I'm going to actually hit the road and go and visit all of my peeps that I haven't seen in a long time. So if you get a message from me, it's because I miss you and I want to come see you. And if you happen to be anywhere on the mainland and you'd like to see the RV in person or have dinner and a cocktail sometime, feel free to shoot me a message, and if I'm in your area, then I'll get in touch and maybe we can actually have an in-person visit. So I look forward to seeing everyone on the road when I see them, and stay tuned and stay with me, and we'll just keep making stuff happen.